Welcome to episode 12 of All Achievements Deathworld, where we are still running around trying to secure area. Lots of stuff is blinking. It's probably fine. It's just bots complaining about walls being damaged. And we want to secure more area. We want to secure more oil because the base is a little bit sad about... I was going to say the base is a little bit sad about not having plastic. It's kind of sad. The belt on the right should be a full belt, and the belt on the left should be half a belt. We're actually kind of low on LDS at the moment. Some of these guys, some of the yellow science does not have all the low density structure it needs. Let's also figure out if we've got any more. We've got another 500 solar panels that we can kind of slap down somewhere. So let's do that as well. This is kind of where we are bodging together this little bit of this pipe probably doesn't need to be here. We are bodging together some of this power for the whole solar panel requirement thing. I guess that can go, let's put it here and also here. And I think these are temporary. I think we're going to pull these up again when we get around to... Okay, some of those is not going to work, are they? How far do we go? Like here. And then I reckon we don't bother trying to delete these things because they might also be out of range. And then also not that one. We're just gonna like drop a bunch of solar panels around. It's probably fine. I think. Oh, actually, I wanted that space immediately, didn't I? Because I wanted to do other train things to get this oil in, and we're kind of making a mess of that. Oh well. We've kind of we've got this area. There used to be some expansions over here. We went and killed them. We kind of want to secure this whole area now, even down to this oil, except. We also, I don't think we have wall with us. We do not have wall with us, so we're going to have to deal with that. Do we also just go and... Let's wander around the coast. Let's destroy some of these things. We've got some amount of munitions to be able to do that. Destroying a piece of pipe. I guess that's a spitter hitting a flamethrower, otherwise we would still be taking damage if there was a biter that got through the walls, and then these guys would be complaining about not having walls and stuff like that, so, oh well, whatever. Are we a long way from... Yeah, we're still not too far from Behemoths yet. I think we're going to figure out where our car is, and then walk away from this space that... and then we probably also don't want the... wait for these robots to get in, and then... go back to having more lasers. And just see how far this continent goes and push out some of these large nests. Where's this gun? We probably want a little backup wall to shoot all the dudes. And it's fine. Things are mostly fine. This guy needs to go away quickly because he's shooting. He's shot. Okay, some of these guys are still getting shot. We need to do a better job of staying in range of the turrets. But it's mostly fine. We ran away from the turrets again, which means that these guys have to go away because they are... Yeah, we gotta keep the worms from shooting the turrets. But I'm pretty sure we have a lot of rockets. Do we have any more rockets on us? We have another 30 rockets if we run out of this stack of rockets. So that's a thing to bear in mind. And then we've also got some landmines. We can do this kind of stuff. And then we've also still got all the lasers and all those kinds of things as well. So, I mean, we are at a point... Okay, these guys... Sure, whatever. We are at a point where we can just wander through bases like this without too much difficulty. And they are going to re-expand... we don't need those things. The biters are just going to re-expand through this again, except the expansions are going to be little bases like this that are going to be significantly easier to deal with than the big bases, so it's probably still worth. But I suspect that this terrain is not going to end up Like, I'd like to find another choke point over here, and I think this top side we investigated to see how much it differs from that. And also just like killing a bunch of bugs, it's going to be fine. Achievements-wise, I think we've got, like, there aren't a whole lot of things we need to do. There's just a couple of things that are the biggest things that we need to do. Like, we're building the solar panels, and actually I was gonna do a different thing for the solar panels, wasn't I? I guess we've still got to go and get the walls and things like that. Do we have? Yeah, we just have a couple more walls. We could have dropped more towers there. Didn't. Oh well, never mind. Because I'd also like to start. That's not even worth throwing a grenade there. Yeah, I'd like to start replacing the sushi as well. We could replace the little starter sushi thing with. That's not what I wanted. This is what I wanted. We could replace the little starter sushi thing with some patch smelting that just brings trains of plates back. I think that's going to be what we think about doing in a bit, if we can kind of rescue this area from the insects that are, you know, a continuing plague against this otherwise pleasant planet. Is that the narrative we're going with? Maybe, possibly. Okay, so all those guys are done. Get rid of all these rooms, run around through here. Yeah, I think we're... I mean, maybe we should just go back and connect the train and be connecting that oil first, maybe. I mean, this coastline doesn't look like it's curving back around into a position that we will be able to create pleasant bottlenecks out of later. No, it really doesn't, does it? Because I'd kind of like this. Maybe this bit kicks up, probably not either as well. I think we're just going to be sad about just not being able to have quite as much of the world as we would like. And this is going to be even worse when we start to look for the amount of copper we need when we want to be doing, like, when we want to be really starting on the lots of circuits things. But for the moment we're just worried about exactly what we need to have the base generally functioning. The base is generally functioning, isn't it? I want to see labs running. Labs are not running because blue science. Is it blue science because red chips? It is blue science because red chips, and I think what we do is we actually downgrade these guys again so that more of the red chips get passed. We did upgrade them previously. We are now going to wind those back, and then I think also we... Yeah, I think we want to I think we want more speed mods than prod mods at this point, because we've got, yeah, not many speed mods, quite not many prod mods either. Yeah, this is all just, things are pretty sad for the lack of oil. Do we want to pick that fight? Maybe. We might also just need to wander around with a lot more firepower and clean off several... Can't even get through here, this is disappointing. Yeah, just clean out continents at a time, build giant walls, stuff like that. Oh well. I think we might be at a point where we I mean, we're going to probe this side of the map as well. I guess we are destroying these guys because they're here. Sucks to be them. The explosive rockets are nice because all the other biters running at us in between the bases also take damage from the explosions that are going off as we wreck their homes. So that's a nice little war crime that we can be doing to everyone at once, which is nice. I wanted to check. I kind of wanted to check how close we were to Behemoth biters, but I wanted them all to just also explode at the same time, and I'm not really sad about not being able to check. 85, yeah, we're still ages away, and we can clean all these guys out. It's probably fine. Yeah, there's a lot of worms over here. Good job on those guys. Worms are, you know, usually a good strategy. Clean these guys out of the trees. Is there a cliff in the middle of that we need to push through? Maybe. Let's get these gun turrets back, because like, this patch of water does look like, I mean, we would be giving away a lot of evolution in order to be clearing out this whole continent, which we're going to do anyway. Like, at some point we're just going to get artillery trains and all that kind of stuff, and just wander through places, so that this worm might actually get to stay. That worm might get to stay for quite a long while, but we would like to wander around the coast and see if this landmass, A, has a pile of resources we want, and B, closes up in some kind of helpful, securable, with not many kind of choke points, and it looks like it does not. It looks like this just goes on. Yeah, it would be, because, I mean, maybe there's like a choke point over here or over here, but this just gives us a large amount of area that we would have to deal with, and I would rather not. So I think we're just going to go back and build the wall where we had it, or at least build the wall where we thought about having it. And yeah, we're just going to cruise through here. These guys will be fine. They might be a little upset. Oh well. We've still got landmines over here, not even really bothered about them. That guy in... yeah. There was a worm in the trees. I don't think we need to worry about them. It's mostly fine. Yeah, we want to secure an area over here with a lot of stuff. We want to bring the wall kind of all the way down here. Maybe we burn down this forest. Maybe we don't. We don't need to burn down trees at this point. That's pretty much done. But we do need... all the wall. And there was... Have we finished building? We have. How many... 1.8 thousand, and how many more solar panels do we have sitting around? Another 64. Okay. I think we don't get the wording from this. There was a weird piece of wording. We have done a lot of achievements. We've got a couple more to do. But where is Solaris? Yeah. Produce more than 10 gigajoules per hour using only solar panels. And that wording makes me think that we can't have... I don't actually know if we can or not. Hey, there are landmines here. Let's get rid of all of these landmines. I don't know if we can have the nuclear running at the same time that we are attempting to do Solaris. So, I have kind of a cheeky idea for how we are going to address that. And that is... yeah, we've got to cruise down here. Yeah, all these solar panels are kind of in... the way now. I don't really want these solar panels here long term, but also we'll just turn them into satellites later. It'll be fine. Yeah, we're going to wander down here to where this rail sneaks through and pretend that's fine. Yeah, we've got to do some more train station stuff over here as well. We do at least have a lot of light oil for the wall situation. But I think the plan for this is... yeah, like 180 megawatts. I don't even know how many... I don't know how many solar panels we have, or... yeah, whether or not the base will be happy with that. But the plan is we're just going to let... we're going to let all these nuclear reactors just straight up run their power down, and then the base is going to be a bit unhappy. That's going to be fine, but then we will have a purely solar grid network with which we will be able to be, yeah, doing the Solaris achievement, and then we can just go and fuel the nuclear reactors again. The thing is, once we get these labs running again, and we do want to stop tech for that because the base is going to be quite unhappy, yeah, we should probably also pull up some of these beacons, because we are able to make 111 megawatts, so everything's going to be about 50% power. So this also might be pretty bad for the UPS, because I think partly powered buildings are one of the things that continue to be an issue for UPS, because maybe it's just like updating the buildings all the time to try and figure out yeah, how much power they have, or maybe it's just like having to do a bunch more math. So one of the things here is, like, we are past the point where we have a handcrafting embargo, so we are just going to grab all the stone at this outpost and personally craft another couple of thousand bits of wall, and you know that's going to be fine Nothing ever goes wrong here. It's fine. Are these all going to fit in our inventory when we are done? We are crafting about 4,000 bits of wall. We've gone from lazy bastard to a very, very studious bastard. We've got, yeah, we don't want this piece of stone. And then the other things we're going to need are pipes, of which we have some, train stuff, flamethrowers. Okay. I think that we also go back to the, yeah, we're starting to work on the wall situation. And then as we do that, we need to get the pipes and the flamethrowers and also roboports and robots. Yes, you've got robots. You've got robots because I just had you making a lot of solar stuff. So of course there were robots there. We are getting more... Are we getting red chips? We are getting some red chips falling out the bottom of this thing, which is necessary. This is what has turned into the... like the Logimall area of the base, with the quirk that we, yeah, there isn't really a way to drive in or get in here or do anything like that. That's right, I wanted some of this rail. We're making the walls. We should probably have another box for wall construction stuff, which is going to ask for also wall. Let's say 1,000 wall. Seems decent. Let's get flamethrowers. We know where these are. Here are flamethrowers. 20 flamethrowers per 1,000 wall, I guess. We're going to need 2 of those per flamethrower, and then we're also going to need, you know, some amount of pipe, but not a huge amount of pipe. I don't know if we have tanks anywhere in the network. It looks like we might not. And then I think that's... And then, like, rail and stations we've already got in another box, so that's probably fine. Are we... It's probably fine. We're then also going to be using the quite sad energy grid, which is probably... These guys are out of fuel now? Probably they are. I think I go and give these guys 2 more fuel pellets just to give us the energy to get through the wall build, and then we let the base be sad. These guys, lots of stuff. The tank needs to be repaired. Yeah, the tank needs to be repaired. And that's just the universal symbol for bots. Can you please repair this? Didn't I have... Maybe we gave away all the repair packs. Okay, sure. Yeah, we're going to wander down here. The thing about the oil is we are going to need another train station or 2 to get that oil into the places it needs to be, which is a bit of a shame. 3... Yeah, so that's 4 more fuel cells for each of these guys. We were already pulling the heat out of that because that's how that works. And... yeah, so that's going to give us a bit more time in which we can hopefully build that wall. Do we have... Well, we have 2 tanks. Do we have any more tanks in the chest of requested tanks? No. We, in fact, might not be building tanks at all. So, which of you guys can build tanks? You can build tanks? Let's have this one build tanks. Can you actually... Oh, you can actually build tanks. Because you are slightly offset. You need to be here to be able to build the tanks that we want you to build. And then... yeah, 1 stack of tanks should be fine. We've also got a pile of wood. Let's give the wood to the bots. And... do we have... We don't have grenades because, yeah, because all of this is still pretty grim. And this is, I think, the next thing we're going to be... Oh, no, we are making grenades. It's just all going into the military science first. Okay. The other thing we're going to do then... yeah, storage, whatever. The other thing we are going to do is wander over here and take this prioritization off. So some of these grenades will go into the logistics system, which will then do the construction that we need to. Now we are doing wall construction, and we've kind of got brick automated, but not really. We're going to open that up as well. And then, yeah, let's get the speed modules that we wanted, because we need... do we have pump jacks? We do have the pump jacks we need. I think we need more pumps as well. So this looks like a decent chest to be requesting like another 6 pumps, which I think we have automated. We do, so that's fine. These guys have not repaired the wall, the tank, so we don't actually have repair packs in the network. Interesting. A little bit of a shame. Oh well. So we are going to start collecting this oil, and then we didn't get as many locomotives as we need, and we also didn't get as much rocket fuel as we need to be able to subsequently, but we can just get that here. We need a couple more locomotives as well. And I think these guys just put a green chip in the car. So, like, thanks for that. It'll be helpful, I guess. Give me all of these. It's probably fine. Oh, we've got all these. Sure, we will just have all of the signals. Let's pretend that that is fine. Yeah, mixed build is kind of happy. Probably won't be happy as soon as we drop the nuclear off the power grid. But also, whatever. I think we are mostly okay with that. I think we mostly have things we need. So yeah, so I'll wander over here, where, yeah, there's still a bunch of landmines around the place that we might get around to picking up later. We also might not. Do we want to bridge the power through there? I don't think we do. I think we want to wander over here. I think this little channel in the trees it's basically been us cutting down trees with the cars every time it's happened. Do we have radar? Yeah, we have 6 radar. Okay. So I think we just use that same bot network and just build it out a little further. I think we want to not have any landmines here or there. And then, yeah, let's wander over this side just to also deal with these guys. That was a little expansion party. It's fine. We actually don't want... Yeah, thanks, but don't. I should probably have repair packs for these, like, gun turrets, but never mind. Down here somewhere, yeah, these are... Did we bring beacons? I don't think I brought beacons. Oh, we have beacons as well. We can put all these modules in. Amazing. Yeah, we want, basically, this corner. How much of this corner? If we grab all of this thing, I reckon that is a decent enough pattern to just kind of slap in here. Can we not get the flamethrowers on the wall, on the cliffs? I would be happy if we were not putting flamethrowers on cliffs, so that we didn't have to... Actually, do we want to go up a little further? We kind of have to do the diagonal section all the way down here if we're doing that, don't we? Okay, turn off the bots. This way, like so. Yeah, and we're gonna ghost a bunch of stuff, and then put down a bunch of rubber ports, and probably burn down this forest because whatever. And yeah, let's first work on figuring out how far this diagonal section needs to go. So let's put that here. Let's not have the walls in my inventory. And then I remember needing, like, these flamethrowers are not particularly well spread out. They could be, like, further back. And I think we want to try and do this at maximum extent because this is already more flamethrowers than we need. And then, yeah, wall section, wall section, wall section, diagonal wall section. We almost got all of them. And then this kind of flamethrower baggage. There's apparently a couple of weird pipes in... Where were those other... Oh, here are the weird pipes. Sure. Cool, whatever, fine. Yeah, let's continue making flamethrowers in generally this direction. I also haven't counted how many flamethrowers we are using or spending on this build. Whatever. It's a thing we'll just deal with later. So let's grab flamethrowers and also walls and hack these guys in here. Diagonal walls are not great. Probably these will hold, but also whatever. And then, is this the extent to which we are pushing this diagonal wall? I think we push it. Didn't we have... Yeah, we put this blueprint here. So that could actually go here. We could also just, like, straight up drop that in. It's giving us enough space. There isn't really anything else around the coast we want to go to, but if we go a little bit further, we can burn down some different trees, which we're probably already going to burn down. And... yeah, whatever. It's going to be fine. Okay. Then... this also is just going to continue roughly in this direction, like so. But we probably don't need a flamethrower there, but let's have another flamethrower here. And then we don't need to get rid of that cliff, that's kind of the point. Okay, so that's a lot of stuff that we can build, that bots are about to build, because we're going to throw this stuff in. Yeah, like one of these can go here, power pole, all the bots, long power pole, because that's what we're doing now, storage chest, followed by lots of, oh yeah, because we deleted all those walls from the infantry, I would rather just give those to the bots, power poles, flamethrowers. That's probably most of what they need, and hopefully they can get most of this built. The grid has not died yet, which is nice. And then also I think we don't worry yet about the pulling up the mines. That's a thing we could do later, because like it's gonna also just be a bunch of bot jobs, but it's mostly fine. I gave away all the bots, didn't I? I did give away all the bots. That was the point. Maybe we should have put that chest somewhere it was a little more useful. We've also done the thing where we have kicked off the build, just looking at where this roboport needs to go in order to be able to build all of the wall. Yeah, we've kicked off the build, and we don't have light oil here, which is a little bit of an issue. So let's also grab this wall pattern and think about where it's going to go, and it might just... I mean, this might also just be a mess. It's probably fine. Can we drop it in here? Because then we can just straight up connect this light oil like so, and then if you guys give me some bots back, then other than the fact that I don't have my bots on, we can build the rest of this as well. We've now got more roboports than we need. In fact, this roboport is kind of surplus. So we should probably think about getting the rest of the... getting the light oil in here so that we can actually have defenses rather than just a bunch of empty flamethrower turrets that kind of get picked off. Is this one going to connect? That one is actually... it is going to connect. So all we need to do there is realize that it actually needs to be over here to get build range on all the walls. So neither of those are actually any good. Yeah. Probably we should do that before the attacks start to roll in, which I think means you guys have all those bots to help build stuff. The car is all the way over here. You guys also need a couple of cliff explosives. And then probably we could put this in a better place. Yeah, okay, sure. I am fine with the conclusion that that could have been in a better place. I think this is going to also need to turn pretty quickly. And then, yeah, these attacks here are the things that we wanted to get the light oil here for in time, and we didn't. So, cool. Yeah, all we need to do is get... this is going to be the northeast wall section. How is the grid? Grid is not gone down yet. We are expecting it to because Solaris. And then I kind of need we're still getting... Oh, yeah, we're getting... I saw the other attacks path in, so this is... Yeah, probably we should have got the light oil train here first, because these guys are going to be silly. But also, whatever. I think this just means we go and try and get the light oil train in quickly. I think that also means get rid of these landmines, please, bots, so that we can drag in the rail when we get there, because we want to do that quickly as well. We also don't have any landfill, which means that we are going to be kind of squirreling in this rail from some weird direction with whatever fits. Oh well. We are maybe halfway through the crafting we kicked off with the billion stone walls. This... We need to start going... Because we also, at this point, do not have the light oil that we need, which is continued hilarity. And now, can we... What did we even call this? The one that someone or other front... Yeah, go here. Full cargo. And then let's also rename this thing to something more sensible. Label train number 1. We've got light oil, this thing, okay. Yep. And now this... Is that flamethrower destruction? No, it was pipe destruction. Do you guys still have pipes? Yes. So you should be fine. Is there another... There's not like any particular close expansion that's a bit of a deal. Maybe we just go and like stomp on those guys as well. Are we... Yeah, now we've got to go and drive this train, and possibly the grid is bad now. The grid is not bad now. The turbines are still doing a thing. Sure. Yeah, let's go this way. This is the train on the correct side of the tracks. The other train we've got here isn't going to be moving because we set it to full empty, but then only had like half the train able to be emptied because of all the other stuff that was in the way. Oh well, we'll fix that later as well. I think we just run a spaghetti train line through here. And this is something that we are going to need to do differently later as well, but not yet. Okay, let's take the train line that we are trying to hit. I do still have bots. I should... Oh, yeah, it's here. And then this is all going to be a bit of a mess. We kind of want to miss that copper. I don't know if we're doing that copper by rail. We might just use that copper from belts. And the disastrous job we are doing with this rail makes me think that this might just be... yeah, this might just be as far as we build this wall, because it's a bit of a disaster. All northeast, go here. To empty cargo. Actually, you probably want to go manual, because otherwise you're going to go driving around and doing a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, just go here, and then when you go there, just wait there. And now all the flamethrowers should have... Other than the fact that we haven't built the rest of the wall, but we're getting it done, yeah, I'm going to put these things down. The bots are going to help me put these things down. The bots now have the entire wall section in range, so that's nice. And we should have... Yeah, we've now got flamethrower coverage. Okay, that's everything we wanted to do. Where are the pump jacks? Because these are kind of why we're here. Pump jacks there, speed modules here, 17, 8, 13. Can we get 2 beacons in here? Yes. So those are where we want the 2 beacons that power... Yeah, so that's going to be the new oil setup. I mean, we wanted more than this, but whatever. Yeah, and then this is also still in the build range. I don't know if we brought enough flamethrowers. Yeah, just have a lot, and then all these landmines need to go. Um, yeah, let's leave bots building that wall for the moment. Do they have... We are short of flamethrower turrets, which is one of the things I was wondering about. That's definitely a thing that could have happened. Let's put some more wall here, just to, you know, why not? These guys are going to be doing a thing. We need another train station. So I think we're going to be making another disastrous train station somewhere down here. In fact, it's most... Is it this layout? I don't think it's this layout. I think we want more than 2 fluid wagons for this oil. In fact, I think we want 4 fluid wagons. I think that's a thing we do after we get the flamethrowers so that this section is actually secure. I think that's going to be still the first thing to do. Has the grid gone down yet? Because I would like to be getting Solaris at some point. Apparently not. Oh well, never mind. And yeah, we've also missed some of these poles, which means that there are like 12 solar panels that are cheating and not participating. So get those into the grid, it's fine. I had troubles with that cliff earlier, didn't we? We're just going to get rid of it. That's how things work now, and we look to be super unhappy about plastic is what looks like what's happening here. Because like all of this is like plastic, sure, but there's only... Okay, no, I am incorrect. It's still doing a thing, whatever. Okay, more flamethrowers. We require more flamethrowers, which should be in this box. Yeah, a bunch more flamethrowers. That's all fine. I don't think I need like the exoskeleton or the legs or things like that. Also, where is the... Here's the assembler that is... that I want to get rid of. Yeah, most of that stuff I don't want. Yeah, they didn't repair the tank, did they? Oh, and we're up to... We've completed all the Prod Mod 3 upgrades. That's exciting. Yeah, which is also going to be... And this is probably one of the spicier ways to get Solaris. We did have all the pipes we wanted over there, didn't we? We've still got pipes of both kinds and also wall in the network. So that's great. Get rid of all these landmines, get rid of all of these landmines, get rid of all of these landmines. Just put the landmines back in the boxes. Thanks, guys. And yeah, we need to bring them a couple more flamethrowers. We need to bring them several more flamethrowers. This entire section of wall currently not defended. Oh, we also should have... we should also put like a radar like down here or something. And then... Yeah, then we've got rail, we've got the locomotives, we've got the fluid wagons that we want. So I think we just go and set that up as the next oil source. Which is not really that much, but oh well. But the thing is, I don't necessarily think we want to be pumping it back to the base yet, or at least maybe not connecting it to the petrochem, because kind of the point here is that... Oh yeah, maybe we just do this with our bots. Some of those there, and then there's like one over here. And then is that the entire wall? Bots are complaining about not having a flamethrower. Where is the flamethrower? Is it these bots complaining about not having a flamethrower? And then are some of these things also just going to be running down the oil supply if we broke a flamethrower over there? Good job, biters. You got somewhere that was pretty effective. Yeah, so I think we are just going to... That wasn't right key. I wanted to get out of... Yeah, so we just got bots picking up jobs, things like that. Yeah, let's just... I was going to, like, copy a train station, but I think we can just do that again. I think we just go... And like, slap a thing here. And we are going to do the double locomotive thing again, because I think it's the most reliable way that I might get hit by a train without really paying attention to it, which is an achievement. Well, you can get deliberately hit by a train. That's definitely also a thing. But doing it accidentally is I think it'll be more fun. So double-sided train, because why not? And then do I have exactly 4 tanks. That's a bit of a shame, and I have 5 pumps. That I kind of wanted more than that, so we might be going back for that as well. In that case, slide this over a little bit. Have some more storage there, and then this I think is the same pattern we want in several places with pumps. Oh, we should have done all of this at once. Never mind. Like so, and then let's have... I mean, I don't think we're going to need that much storage here, because this is not particularly rich oil. So I think we probably just... Where are the pipes? We just get the pipes and we just like connect these and do whatever, and then we can have a pair of pumps out of this thing. Yeah, wall. I mean, maybe I should be concerned about some of that wall, because they did manage to destroy a flamethrower before, but also I'm not. Here, I guess... How far away is that from... Yeah, whatever. And then this pump can wander down this far. Oh wait, we did want another 2 in there, because we want to have a pump here. Sure. Yeah. Placement. Cool, thanks autosave. Okay, so we need more... We need more tanks. We need more pumps. The bots are taking care of the underground pipes? Yeah, so tanks and pumps. And then also this rail connection, which we can also just... I mean, this is also going to be spaghetti rail, right? I think I am convincing myself that this is in fact going to be a spaghetti rail run. Yep, it's spaghetti rail time. And then... Okay, that is too much of spaghetti rail. Sure. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll have rail signal, that's in, and that's in, and then chain signals. Why don't we have chain signals? Did I give... I don't think I gave all the bots... I didn't give away the chain signals, did I? That would be silly. Okay, sure, I don't know. We missed a couple of landmines. This box also doesn't have rail signals. This box doesn't have... The network doesn't have rail signals. Sure, so this other little stretch of track is also going to be a high variance, like double-sided, also nightmare piece of track. Probably we don't need to get the light oil train out there very often. We probably could have hit fewer trees there, but it's also probably fine. Yeah, so we needed tanks and pipes. Pumps. I thought we got enough for all of those the first time, but we had not. We're also lacking red chips for beacons, which is not overly surprising. Pumps. Oh yeah, we put them all in. We had a big box of stuff here, didn't we? Give me all of these, and then also, having realized how many of these we want, let's up it to 20. And then we also don't have flamethrowers automated anywhere. We are doing the Solaris thing. Yeah, cool. That was the plan, wasn't it? That was always what we wanted to be doing with it. The base is going to be sad, because the wording of Solaris was make 100 gigajoules of energy in under an hour, and the wording of that suggests that it's not necessarily producing a rate of solar energy. We did get everything. Don't we? Chain signals. But also at some point, hopefully Solaris just pings, and we will then have made all of the solar energy we need to, and if we have more solar panels than we strictly need, then hopefully that just happens faster, or something. I don't actually know what the 100% strats are to make sure Solaris happens. Yeah, a bunch of these, it's fine. I think I've got more walls than I need. This is the box that shall have walls, and we're still making another 700 walls. Oh wait, ammunition. Let's figure out if there are... I can have more rockets, I can have more grenades, I can have more fish. Yeah, let's grab these okay, that was silly. We've got landmines in other places, oh well. Because I think... Like, the base is going to be sad for a while. It's going to be especially sad at night. It's going to just, like, fully depower at night and be really unhappy. And then it's going to come back in the day. And then after Solaris is done, we will be able to just, like, fuel the nuclear reactors again. In fact, we need more power because we're about to do beacons and mining things. But the goal here is we just don't really want to spend... any time in the base worrying about how the base is when it's sad. I think while the base is sad, and the base is currently sad, we have lost all the radars, that was not unanticipated, we're going to spend our time out here, cleaning this out. We're not even going to worry about what the production is because we're working on an achievement. We're working on the Solaris achievement. I mean, okay, it's nighttime, but we're not quite now. But, okay, so there's oil over here as well. I want this copper. And I think we want to do a patch mining thing for this copper. I mean, here's a bottleneck, but also that doesn't really secure us all that many more resources, which is a shame. These guys... yeah, whatever. So let's at least get these pump jacks putting their stuff on a train. And yeah, the bases... I was expecting Solaris to be generating more power than that, but I guess also it's still ramping up into daylight. Yeah, I think we saw like 110 or 120 megawatts, which is like less than we need, but also whatever. Actually, you can stay. I mean, you're not going to need that much stuff, but you can stay. And we are going to burn down... We've got 2 more forests that we're going to burn down, which we could worry about, but we're not. We wanted the chain signals, that's right. The chain signals needed to go over here, so that these 2 trains wouldn't get in each other's way. And then, what's over here? Yeah, let's... I mean... I was going to use bots to do this, but I don't actually think we need to. Maybe this is something... Yeah, let's do this again when we're actually combining the other copper. Mostly what I wanted was to find a box of land... Oh, we've already got 800 dynamites. We don't even need to worry about getting more ammunition to go and push on the other side of the map. We've already got all the stuff. What we did need to do is put a bit more... We need to break these so that... I mean, this is still... Yeah, that's a nightmare setup, which is still going to be a mess. Oh, we needed flamethrowers or something over here. Somewhere there was... Yeah, you've still got 400 walls. What's going on over here, and why are you guys struggling? Oh, it's because this is the bad wall section. This is the section where... like, the walls are such that the biters can get super close. So, is this section better? Maybe. How far do these walls go? Yeah, those walls are quite a bit further out, aren't they? Okay, so let's... I mean, maybe the grid is unhappy with power grid, maybe it's not. And also yeah, our flamethrowers are also not well aligned in this case, and maybe this is a sign that this side of the base should get purged, because the walls are just ugly, and it would be good to move these walls. Do you guys have resources I want, and where would we, like, at what position we're not going to worry about that. We are going to hope that, yeah, 112 megawatts, you know, sure. It's not all of what the base needs. We're stuck on the wall. Cool, good job. We're going to not worry about how much power the base is struggling for. We are going to drive away, and maybe we could build some of this rail. Yeah, let's build some of this rail. Those bots are still... Wait, how many bots do I have? Is it just those two bots? These are the only two bots I have, aren't they? Because it were, yeah, because we put all the bots in the other network to get it built. So, do we still have a ton of bots in this network as well? 75. 75 is not too bad. Yeah, I don't want to be there getting those bots. I would rather get some number of, like a decent number of bots. Except that all these bots have jobs, which is a bit of a shame. Oh well. I guess we can try and pull bots out of the air. That doesn't sound like it's worth doing. That was me trying to pull the bot out of the air and missing and pulling the roboport out of the ground, so that's cool. Give me more bots. No, that's not working. Yeah, and then also they're charging us sad because they do not have... Okay, whatever. We don't need bots to push anyway. In fact, we probably don't even want the roboports in there. We want a laser and a shield. And then... Yeah, I mean, we've also kind of hobbled our resource collection by making the base low power. But also whatever. Yeah, oh yeah, that's right, yeah. It's not that we've got a pumping problem, it's that we are turning off the pump to make sure that this network continues to have all the oil it needs. That's why that sometimes looks low. Okay, time to make some more friends. Looks like there's quite a few friends over here that we can have. All those little biters are not really well prepared for like the size of AoE damage that we can do to them. It's pretty unfair. So yeah, so we're going to take this territory as well. I think this is, yeah, because this copper patch that is a little bit to the south and west is the copper that I would like to use to replace the starter copper with some on-patch... Yeah, with some on-patch smelting and some beacons and some productivity modules, and then training all of that back to the base is going to be the plan. We said we were going to stop doing research, and I don't know if we've stopped doing research. Like, the research was just slow. Yeah, let's get rid of both of these. Let's not even try and run labs, because the labs are beaconed and moduled and quite possibly using a bit of power because it's all a bunch of tier 3 module stuff. Also, let's not lose the car because we don't have a backup car. We have a tank. Yeah, reasons why I like explosive missiles. They just hit all the things. Yeah, we have... I guess the tank is, at this point, is our backup car. I guess that's how that's going to work. But yeah, the base is sad. We are not paying any attention to the base. We are out here making biters sad. That's the thing we're going to do. That was an unnecessary grenade. Never mind. Where's the car? Yeah, walls. I mean, it's still a Deathworld. We really don't mind. I think we could just clear all of this out and see what's down there. And see whether or not there are other choke points that we can also take, and whether or not there are just like a bunch of expansions like this that that would be good to put up more walls and defenses, because I mean, we're kind of in the position of assuming that we will be able to push rail out here without too much difficulty. And maybe we could just do this in the tank. Maybe... Oh, the tank is partly damaged. And the tank is still kind of slow. Yeah, this tank is not working. Sorry, tank. You already steamrolled a bunch of dudes, and we're not going to use you again because you're just not as good at dodging all the slime as this kind of stuff. Walls, walls. 1.2 million green chips is 6%? I think each million chips is 5%, which means that 1.2 million chips is 6%. And we're also really not working at that at all on the moment, because we're working on Solaris instead, and all of the production is going to be a little bit sad. And there's worms on this copper. I think we clear these guys off as well. Because, yeah, the amount of resources we need to get 20 million of anything. Because also I was thinking, the green chips recipe is 1 iron plate. So there's a bit of mining productivity. We can put productivity in the smelters. We can put productivity in the assembly as well. But we still need to find about 12 million. I was going to say about 12 million iron. This patch has 5 million. This patch has 7.2 million. We've got another 7.5 over here. This might... I mean, we would be getting close to fully mining all of these, and it's going to take ages. But the theme is, we need to collect, you know, tens of millions of resources to have as many chips as we need. So, securing more territory going to be a thing that we like. You guys can go away, you guys can go away. There's some biters in the trees. Yeah, this is also not a territory. Okay, there's more copper. I was going to say also not a territory that is, like, closing itself off with... Like, there aren't good bottlenecks here, but there's also, I mean, a Deathworld number of biters. Yeah, that's not... Maybe there's a bottle... grumble, grumble. Things that we are not super happy with. Oh, hey, we accidentally aggroed this base, so we are going to deliberately aggro that base. These are all going to go sooner or later. These will probably be... I say these are probably going to be smaller than how big the bases would be if we let them expand again, because of, like, biter expansion is a thing that kind of scales up. Like, there's a bunch of biters that go out, and then one at a time they create new nests, and so if you are hitting expansions soon after those expansions exist, then there's still a comparatively small base. As opposed to this stuff, which is getting smaller all the time. Yep, so I kind of want Solaris to finish so we can go back and repower the base and make it do things and connect the oil and all that kind of stuff. Because there's also the possibility that we've also just straight up sabotaged this by still having the nuclear power on the network, even though it's not producing anything. Maybe we've just straight up, yeah, sabotage the base is the words that we just used. Oh well. A lot of biters can go away. Yeah, I would be using the grenades more, probably, except we also, like, the way the grenades are set up is also not fantastic automation at the moment. We probably want to be getting more... There's a little worm over here. There's no longer a little worm over here. We probably want to be getting more iron into the front of the base with the whole plates on a train methodology that we currently don't, before we worry about producing more grenades. Okay. Who else wants to not exist? Okay, I guess we go... Yeah, we're just going to go through these trees, I guess. Over here, through these trees this way, but we are not going to try and drive the car through the trees. And then also not having repair packs is... Yeah, not a thing we can directly address at the moment. Desert is... You know, a thing. We are past the point in this run where we necessarily have to worry about any particular type of terrain. I mean, at this point, the pollution cloud is as much of a detection mechanism as it is anything else, in the sense that we can guarantee that we don't have expansions in this area because there's still pollution cloud here. And we also know that they haven't re-expanded into this area because there's still pollution cloud here. So that's a nice trick. Yeah, it would be nice to know how close we were to getting Solaris. but also, oh well. We need the car. We don't actually need to go particularly far, so we're not going to fuel it well, because we've only got 9 bits of rocket fuel left, and every time we pick up the car, we would be, like, that journey would have taken us a whole, like, item of rocket fuel, because, yeah, the minimum fuel spend in that sense is 1. As soon as you put fuel in the car and then use it, the first fuel is consumed, and then you get the benefit until that fuel runs out, and then it takes more fuel from the stack again, with the result that you always use at least 1 piece of fuel from whatever fuel you put in the car, or train, or vehicle, or furnace, or anything like that. That guy can go away as well. And then I reckon we push through these expansions too. And then we try and figure out where some... Why didn't I throw rockets there? That was strange. I guess that wasn't too much of a big base. We can just have lasers do a lot of things. Yeah, because like the rate at which this expansion is happening, probably we also want to get artillery turrets at some point so we can just not worry about this as much. But also, we will use one of these now, because I think we can maybe do this without getting out of the car, even though we are... Oh yeah, remember when the last time we tried to do this with a car, and then we lost all our wall? So maybe let's not get the car killed, is going to be the issue. Yeah, maybe we could just build outpost walls around expansions and things like that, except that the rate this biter expansion is happening, we're not going to be able to like secure these positions very, like, either we build walls across here now, or they're immediately going to re-expand back into it, because that's how that works. This is... Yeah, like, I don't even mind this train sitting here. We could get it back to the base, but as long as these pump jacks are still working, but they're probably also low power. Oh well. Yeah. Well, Solaris was 10 gigajoules of energy, and we are making 100 megawatts of energy, but one of those was 10 gigajoules in an hour, which is just a weird unit, and the other was like sensible SI stuff. So I don't know how long Solaris is going to take. But is this more copper down here? It is more copper down here. These guys, yeah, all fine. Because vast amounts of copper is the thing that I want, and will need when we are trying to do, like, when we are moving on to do the chips thing, which is not yet by a significant margin, but like maybe we could wall down, instead of walling here, we could wall down here. Unclear. How are these guys doing? Yeah, it's completely fine. We burnt down... Oh, we did burn down a bit of that forest. Cool. Have we burned down this forest? We have not burned down either of those forests. Slightly disappointing, to be honest. Oh well. Let's continue clearing out this bit of territory. Because, like, the expansions are pretty easy to deal with if we get there fast enough. I think the current hope is we clear out a bunch of this stuff. Give me some fish. Oh wait, we don't have the rubber port turned on. Yeah, clean out a bunch of this area. Make it easier to, like, re-secure this again when we're coming back with the amount of wall that we need to do this, but we also need to drag rail over here. Please do not destroy my car. What is this? So what is this? Let's just wander around this piece of coastline and see where it goes. is, I think, going to be the plan. Yeah, we'll go this way. We'll kind of crash through these trees. It's fine. We'll find this spider nest, and then we will destroy all of it. This worm is shooting my turret, which I do not appreciate. Should I be more worried about this, maybe? Probably not. We've got 91 rockets left, but I'm pretty sure I picked up a lot more rockets. There's a bit of slime here, it's fine. Yeah, we need to move these guys again, because they're a little bit out of range. This is just like, yeah, just like additional Rocket Day. We had Rocket Day at episode 6, where we shot rockets up into the atmosphere, and we're having Rocket Day on episode 12, where we are shooting all the rockets into dudes' faces. Where's some wood for fuel? And then, yeah, more biters there, but that kind of bit of territory is just expanding. I would like Solaris to ping, because we have still hobbled the base, and I'm not super happy about that. And then these nests are getting reasonably large, but I also don't know whether... Yeah, it's unlikely that we find other bottlenecks over there, isn't it? It's probably likely to be this section of bottlenecks here, which is a shame. But I think we push through it anyway. I mean, at some point, big biters are going to turn up, or behemoth biters are going to turn up. I think I saw... Like, I was trying to mouse over one of those spawners before we killed it, and I didn't actually see. We just, like, killed it too fast. Oh, well. These guys don't have a lot of bullets. Never mind. Oh, we lost both turrets. Maybe we should be doing this more carefully. That doesn't sound like what we're going to do, though. I think we're just going to continue with this kind of garbage. Yeah, because these bullets, these turrets are somewhat out of ammunition now. And the base is still pretty large. So maybe we do silly landmine things. Silly landmine things are not quite so effective at this point, as it turns out. Those guys are going to have a lot of fun. I mean, getting flanked is still pretty bad. You know, whatever. And we do have a lot of landmines. Like, we're not super concerned about using up all of these things. And there are some tricks to, like, the directions you run versus the directions that spitters are trying to shoot you. Have we run out of rockets? That would be a funny conclusion. Okay. I guess we're not really doing all that much more of this then. And that we also feel bad about trying to do Solaris in this state because we also don't really have the rocket manufacturer back at home, probably. So... yeah, I think we get rid of some of these guys, and then I think we probably just presume that that combat section is complete because we lost that much stuff. Where is this thing? Yeah, these guys are going to chew on the tank if we stay there. This is where more nests are, which is a little bit of a shame. I guess we still have the combat shotgun. The thing I would like to do first is this thing, go back to ghosts and get rid of all of the exploded landmine ghosts. because we don't need them. And then there's still a bunch of live landmines around there as well. Bit of a war crime. Oh well. Okay. We have not hit Solaris, which is... like, maybe it's something about needing to disconnect the entire nuclear reactor from the grid, rather than just have the nuclear reactors not fueled, which is a bit of a shame. But I think we are going to crash into this cliff, and then... yeah, we still have... everything is still yellow because we are trying to do everything just with this array of solar power, and as a result things are not producing. Do we actually have more rockets if we want them? Yes, we do actually have... oh, we probably have all the rockets because we made a lot of rockets. So we can actually go and get just a ton of rockets, which is nice. Is that what we want to do? I think... oh, this little outpost is just done. That is going to have some consequences for things the base can build, because I'm pretty sure that there were things that this connected to. Oh well, bit of tidying. Yeah, I think we call this episode here, and... yeah, okay, so it affected concrete. Oh well, and we've got enough concrete for more reactors. Because I was kind of hoping that we would get Solaris done, and then we would be able to connect the nuclear reactor again, and then also just build more nuclear reactors and then go into beacon smelting stuff. So let's just be clear about this and also just cut out some of these. So now this nuclear reactor is entirely by itself. And if we were not previously working on Solaris, then now we definitely are, because there's only solar panels. I think that's how it works. I don't think... I actually have no idea how multiple grids versus those achievements will be operating. But yeah, I think maybe I do a little more combat, because we do have these rockets and all this stuff sitting around now. It's not going to look that much different to what we just saw. Hopefully Stellaris doesn't ping while I'm doing that. But yeah, we might go clear out a bit more territory, and then try and extend these walls out, try and grab us some copper, try and plug this oil in. I think train infrastructure is going to be what we look at next time, unless this little next section of combat I'm going to do turns out to find some really nice choke points on this continent. Yeah, it's probably all just going to continue to be a mess, isn't it? It's going to be difficult to lock down the amount of stuff we actually need to. Oh well, good times. Things are somewhat progressing. We didn't get the achievements we would have liked to. The base is out of power because we're trying to do only solar power things. It's fine. This is what it normally looks like, isn't it?